Happy Monday, everyone. Welcome back to this cryptocurrency video. And in this video, we're going to be having a look at VRA Veracity to see where it can potentially go in the future. If you guys like this video, don't forget to smash that subscribe button, leave a like, turn those notification bells on so you guys never miss a video. Starting off with VRA, I mean, where is it going, guys? Up 9.21% or 8.88%. It just switched in the past 24 hours with a market cap of $80 million. Volume just skyrocketed in the last 24 hours, up $33 million. And as you guys can see right here, up 225%. Now, is Bitcoin currently ruining the party? You guys can see on the top right of my screen, Bitcoin is currently down 2.55%, making altcoins currently bleeding and coming back down. Now, we know Bitcoin has been an uptrend. We're going to talk to that in just a second, but let's have a look at VRA real quick. A lot of people think it's impossible for Veracity to go to $1. Guys, $1, a market cap would essentially be $10.3 billion. VRA keeps on making burns. Okay, now a lot of people have been asking about the circulating supply. The circulating supply right now is currently sitting at 10.3 billion. The max circulating supply will only be 20 billion tokens. Okay, the rest of the 90 million will never be in circulation. Of course, if that does happen, then VRA would completely be a rug pull, but that is not the case. You guys need to read the tokenomics. I've made a few videos about that, and that is not the case. The other 10 billion tokens would essentially be for partnership. Essentially, yes, the staking is part of the circulating supply right now, and they keep burning the circulating supply every quarter. So things are looking very, very good. Now, for those of you who think that VRA is impossible to go to $1, you need to rethink. I mean, $10 billion is not that much of a market cap. We saw a lot of BS coin go to 20 billion, even 30 billion in the last bull market. Now, we know VRA is AI and big data. That's massive. Collectible and NFTs, we know how big that's going to be. Yes, NFTs are not dead. They're currently in a bear market the same way crypto was in a bear market. There's gaming, there's entertainment, there's a lot of things around VRA. Proof of view, okay, click ad fraud, a lot of good things are surrounded around Veracity. I don't think this is a scam. I don't think the team is selling, and that's about it. Yes, there's a lot of big whales out there, but once we get these big whales out of there, then VRA is going to essentially continue to skyrocket. But as you guys can see right here, let's have a look at Bitcoin before we have a look at a Veracity technical analysis. So Bitcoin right now is currently in an uptrend, as you guys can see. And of course, I'm not really going to count that because this was kind of like a fake out, but we know that ever since January 10th, Bitcoin has been in an uptrend and holding these exponential moving average. And now Bitcoin is essentially coming up and coming back down to retest these EMA ribbons. So as long as we stay above these exponential moving average, I will actually still stay bullish. Okay, yes, we could come all the way down to 26,000 and still remain bullish. Now we know these EMA ribbons are pretty strong. Okay, and usually when we have a pump out of a resistance support, it doesn't matter what, we usually come back and retest. Okay, so this resistance support right here actually crosses this exponential moving average right here. So it's okay for Bitcoin to come back down and retest this level right here. I'm not really worried. And yes, altcoins will bleed in the process, but we should see a bounce happening in the next couple of days for Bitcoin. So that's my opinion. Of course, make sure you put your stop loss if you're trading. This was only a dead cat bounce, or not a dead cat bounce, a fake out. Okay, a bear trap essentially. And this is exactly what is happening for Bitcoin right now. By the way, if you guys sign up with BingX, I don't know if you guys are traders or not, you could get up to $5,125. The link will be in my description below. Make sure you sign up today, and it's a limited time offer only. So make sure you check that out, and let's go back to Veracity. So we can see Veracity right now, not only is it back above on the 1 hour time frame, above the 50 moving average, as you guys can see right here, but on the 4 hour time frame, we actually did break out of a falling wedge. Now, falling wedges essentially is when you essentially go down, kind of like a bull flag essentially right here, and then you essentially have a continuation. Now, this resistance right here is actually a very important resistance. Not only did we break out this area right here, but we also broke out the 75 area. We had a lot of conflict, a lot of rejections right here, and VRA finally broke it on the 4 hour time frame. The big question is will Veracity stay above that area on the daily time frame? Because if we have a closure on the daily time frame, I would be even more bullish on that. So that's what's happening right now on VRA on the 4-hour. Now, another thing that I want to talk about is the exponential moving average on the daily time frame. We can see right here that on the daily time frame, Verasity is finally flipped to the upside a couple days ago. As you guys can see, 4 or 5 days ago, VRA 4 days ago, sorry, we flipped above once again the EMA ribbon, and we know right here when we broke above it, below it, sorry, we were essentially consolidating and sort of like a downtrend until we essentially came back up and exploded. Right now, this resistance, like I said, is a very strong one. I could drag this resistance all the way back to this area right here, which was Friday 20th of January. Okay, we had a very strong resistance, and if this resistance can flip into support, then we should see another bounce in the coming days, and a huge one. Okay, so right here we had a rejection, right here we had some conflict, and right here we had a rejection as well. Okay, and right here we had a rejection couple days before, and then we finally broke above it, had a nice little candle, bullish engulfing candle, broke above it, and now we're just maybe gonna consolidate before essentially exploding to the upside. The thing is that on the RSI, we are a little bit getting to that overbought area. Now, we know investors are willing to sell or will be selling. Usually it's not all the time like that. When we get to the 70 on the RSI or above, usually when we're above on the 70, investors look to sell, and when we're at the 30 or below 30, investors look to buy. So right here we were oversold. This was the peak or the bottom right here. We bounced back up and essentially made a nice little uptrend from there. So we're gonna have to see overall what happens with that, and obviously what happens with Bitcoin, because if Bitcoin is able and manages to get a bounce right here, that's obviously gonna reflect not only on VRA but on all the other altcoins right here. And as you guys can see, 90% of altcoins or 99.9% of altcoins are currently in red. I mean, all the way from AGIX to Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, Atom. I mean, everything is in red except for AVAX. We got the Dixie right here, which is the US dollar index. We got FTM, which is barely in green, Fetch AI, which is barely in green, and Dogecoin. So that's that and what's happening right now on the crypto market. So I wouldn't be too worried right now. Corrections do happen. And of course, guys, when we do have a pump like that outside, we're usually going to come back down and retest the area, the support, the resistance, whatever it is. In this case, it would be support, and we're retesting it. So we should see a bounce in the near future, not only on Bitcoin but on VRA, even though Bitcoin is in a massive bearish divergence, as you guys can see right here. I wouldn't be too worried because the trend is your friend, and that's about it. So this is the bearish divergence on Bitcoin right here. This is a pretty massive one, and usually it's a pretty mean one, but we're gonna have to see overall if we're able to essentially stay above these exponential moving average. If you guys like this video, don't forget to smash that subscribe button, leave a like, and I will see you guys in my next video tomorrow.